Hey ladies and gentlemen, double upload. There's always something I want to talk about, and as you can see I found an interesting video. And it seems when you send your kids to the schools that you pay so much money to take care of your kids, you have certain people that are going to teach them stuff about what they're dreaming about. And you're going to be like, yo meat, what are they dreaming about? I'm going to tell you one thing. I have to worry for my kid because even my kid, he looks black but his skin is so white, so they might kill him by accidentally. Interesting, right?
I had fantasies of unloading a revolver into the head of any white person that got in my way, burying their body, and wiping my bloody hands as I walked away relatively guiltless. With a bouncing like that, like I did the world a favor. White people are out of their minds and they have been for a long time.
That means even my baby, maybe, that hasn't made his mind correctly right now, he's one of them white people. I don't know, I make them white, not my fault. Guess somebody in my gene pool was having a lot of funky with white people. But guess what? I guess my son is included, but not me, because I am black. Well, dark white.
We are asking a demented, violent predator who thinks that they're a saint or a superhero to accept responsibility.
You decided who the predator is, which by accident I thought might have been a superhero, right? White people are my superhero. The fact that you think that white people for me are my superhero is already kind of weird, right? Well, my son is my superhero, I can guarantee you that, lady. But this is interesting, right?
Ain't gonna happen. They have 5 holes in their brain.
A psychiatrist, a person that's supposed to do something intelligence to reach that title, is talking about this stuff in a school where you pay a bunch of money to teach our kids what is the right thing to do. So my kid might be there saying that, what the heck is happening, Papa? Am I a violent demented predator that people might think I'm a superhero just like you? Come on, people. Why is there not outrage about this stuff? I'm like, people, I haven't seen a white person say other than something interesting racist. They're like, damn, you're racist. Life is simple. But why can you say something like this? Can they say, I dream about having sex with a bunch of guys with a woman, bada bing, bada boom, because we like to gangbang people on freaking new social media? Teaching kids about psychology at the same time because, hey, we're just exploring our spirituality. No, I can't. So why can't a lady usually, especially when she is brown, say something so gangster like that? I don't know, man. I hope there's a sleeping giant one day is gonna wake up and be like, you know what? We're just gonna start fighting all these people. But the problem is, I think actually we're kind of too late. Because we have been making people in social justice crowd so comfortable that the whole law and the logical system has adapted to their way of thinking. The problem is that taking away the system, well, the rest of the people are just backing out because they're like, look, man, the way you're going, you guys are gonna mess it up by yourself. So we're gonna be very humble about it, have babies in secret, and teach your kids at home. Because if this is the social stuff you're gonna teach my kids, I prefer to remove them from yours, find some hidden families and sing kumbaya, and at least they can socialize in some way. Like the olden days, you know? Like I only have like 5 friends around me and that's it. If it worked in the olden days, it's gonna work now in a big city while we have a village hidden under it. Because this is gangsta. Yale has distanced itself from a New York City based psychiatrist who at a lecture on the Ivy League campus said she fantasized about murdering white people. At a lecture! The talk given by Dr. Aruna Khilanani was titled The Psychopathic Problem of White Mind. You can talk that gangster and you're talking about the psychopathic of the white mind? I know, man. Really? I want to say something so racist right now. The psychopathic problem of the ta-la-la-la-la-la-la. You know, you can add anything there. But I know I can't say that because YouTube is going to ban me. Why is this even allowed? And the fact that they say, yes, we have separated. No, that isn't that. No, but just, are you going to block her? Are you going to train her? Are you going to do all the stuff that they will make me do when they say something stupid? burying the body and wiping bloody hands as I walked away relatively guiltless with a bounce in my step. Yeah, like I did the wolf a favor, bitch. I'm like, come on, man. Even I can do it, but in a rap song. But not at a lecture. This is the cost of talking to white people at all. The cost of your own life as they suck you dry. Man, she gangsta. There are no good apples out there. White people, there are no good apples out there. White people make my blood boil. I mean, I think Apple is kind of disagree with you there. Yale has restricted access to the lecture on its website. Really? Now? The message is already out there. She proved that point. And let's see what's going to happen to her in the future or your school. The fact that you didn't even check it because you assumed that, oh, she is brown. There's nothing horrible she can say. In the statement to New York Times, Yale said it found the tone and content unethical to the values of the school. Yeah, kind of makes sense though, because most of the people there are white. But then again, why would you let people say something on a stage without even checking the material, especially in this age? You're like, you guys are racist. You assume that black people can never say something weird or brown or yellow, only white? In deciding whether to post a video, we weighed our grave concerns about the extreme hostility, imagery of violence, and profanity expressed by the speaker against our commitment to freedom of expression. You are free to express something. You are free to do whatever you want. The problem I have is one can and another can't. That's what I have a problem. I don't care if you say the most racist thing to me or call me a one-eyed cyclop, black version, or whatever you want to say. I don't care. Words don't hurt me. I don't get PTSD with all this stuff. My mom passed away beside me. They told me, that's normal. Grow up, bitch. And I grew up. I don't get PTSD anymore because I was taught from the small experience, victimhood is a choice. Because usually the people that are decent fall in that category. Usually people that are trying to do their best are the collateral damage of these situations. This can actually include my son in the future. This is the future of my son. My two white boys. That hopefully the son will make them caramel and maybe they can escape prosecution. I don't want to hope on the melanin in their body that life is going to be freaking Gucci. The university decided to restrict the video to those who attended the lecture only. Wait a second. So you left it because for educational purposes. Oh, okay. Well, you should also leave all the videos how Hitler was educating the Germans on how the other people were below them. Because it's just educational purpose. We're gonna learn how he thought something was very bad. But no, I bet you will remove all of them just in case because this is kinda acceptable. That's what I hate. There are certain content which are acceptable. Dr. Aruna Khilanani, who is not affiliated with Yale University, said her statements have been taken out of context. Okay, let's say if that is true. Let's say that she was trying to explain something about what is going on into the world. Do you really think it makes sense that I go talk about how I rape or how I wanted to rape or why I'm thinking I wanted to rape this person and I'm struggling with this idea? Unless you're just trying to imagine how somebody said that out there before he started blasting people at their school or something like that, it kind of makes sense how this could have happened, right? I'm not saying it's not possible, but dude, you're crossing borderline trying to talk about something so gangster that I could rap on it. You saw that. Too much of the discourse on race is a dry blend regurgitation of a new vocabulary words with no work in the unconsciousness. I can see where she is going with this, but still, I'm like, damn man, come on, it doesn't make any freaking sense. I mean, if you were talking about why he got the hatred, cool. But I don't need the little details of how you want to shoot somebody 5 times in the head. It's kind of extra. Nobody else would be able to do it, especially none of the white peoples. You will be done immediately. Did she get done? Yes, but she didn't really get done. They still have all the thing recorded, right? They actually mentioned it. It's restricted for those that have watched it before. What do you mean? So if I watched a rape class before, I have restricted privilege to see it again, even if the content violates our way of thinking at the Yale school. And if you want to hit the unconsciousness, you will have to feel real negative feelings. Wow. Go tell my white friend you have white privilege. And he's gonna show me a picture how her mother committed suicide. Me speaking metaphorically about my own anger was a method for people to reflect on negative feelings. Now she can do something like that? People, you keep doing this, I'm gonna guarantee you, some kids are gonna listen and start blasting all the white people that are there. 100%. It's gonna happen one of these days. I'm not even kidding. Because you educate these kids in such a way, they just gonna be, you know what? Maybe she's right. To normalize negative feelings, because if you don't, it will turn into a violent action. Oh, that's good. So let's talk out about the rapes and all the other stuff about misogyny. Let's normalize that, because if you normalize misogyny, it will not become a violent action. How stupid can you be? You're a freaking psychiatrist. You're supposed to connect the dots. How? The letter was brought to broad public attention by journalist who posted about it on her Substack. Oh, so nobody knew until she posted it. So who knows how many people were listening to this and assumed this was kinda normal. Nice. How did we get to a place where a psychiatrist delivering grand rounds at Yale School of Medicine can give a talk about psychopathic problem of the white mind? I don't know, man. I guess you have to be a leftist with a point. Or a gun. Open racial hatred is celebrated at Yale. Of course it is. All these leftist things. Interesting stuff. But if you're right wing, you're evil. Yale hosted a psychiatrist who said this at a public lecture. Definitely seems like the type of stable, measured professional you'd want to be helping troubled patients in a therapy settings. Just normalize that negative feeling. The racism expressed by Dr. Aruna in grand rounds at Yale, just realized by Bada Bing Bada Boom, is deeply worrisome and counterproductive. Of course, as an invitee, she is free to speak on the campus, but her views must be soundly rejected. Okay, she was invited though. Check her stuff, people. I'm trying to find information to see if this happened in a weird way and nobody knew what the heck is happening. But that is not true. From what I can reading here, she is actually saying they knew the topic, they knew the title, they knew the speaker. So it wasn't a mistake from the school. They just let her have it because they thought, you know, she's going to talk about white people. It's kind of accepting to talk about doing stuff to white people anyway. They just didn't expect this information about she's fantasizing about killing people metaphorically. Yeah, I have metaphorically dreams too. That doesn't mean I go tell people, hey, you know, this is what I do and think about just so I can go transition to specific stuff. Some of them are aggressive memories, saying things that I need to work on. But you don't go tell people, as an example, publicly. To be clear, it's not having disturbing fantasy that is problematic, nor even discussing such fantasies in a classroom. Most human beings have disturbing fantasies, and this can be proper topic for discussion. People's actions are more important than their thoughts or words. That's the thing. So it's not what you're thinking, it's what are you going to take action on it. Because of course you can start handling stuff like that and you need to control them in the hand and make sure you don't use them in the action. That's the thing. But there are things that I find so dark in myself, I don't even want to discuss it because you're just going to label people in a normal way. But talking about white people is like that is just so much allowed. Do you really think I can talk like that about Muslims or people are from Arabic or anything like that? No, that's not even right. You cannot even discuss it. But you can do it because it's about white people, because people need to heal. And she's like, yeah, my work is important. Then what? Kiss my freaking ass. As she said here herself, my speaking metaphorically about my own anger was a method for people to reflect on negative feelings. But that is the problem. Even if you're talking about something metaphorically right now, Everybody knows now that you have those gangster dreams. So that means enough people need to bully you. There's a chance you might buy a gun and this can happen. If I tell people I don't like people to touch me because I want to have sex so much. If they touch me, I want to have sex. Who knows? I might rape people. Metaphorically, hey feminist, I want you to normalize this so you know this is an action that can happen, right? It's something that you need to understand from my side. That's not gonna freaking work. I find it just surprising. It's just so dangerous. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not supposed to say anything about this. But let me know. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm seeing it from the wrong way, only from the right side. If you get my drift. And let me know. Anyway, man. Let me know. Share, like, send videos in Discord. There's the link in the description. And stay in touch, people. Peace.
Don't get me wrong, ma cosa kita bong. Butta fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam turlochetta verdetta welcome.